So the center meta has changed, and today I present to you the 6'11" all-around monster build that literally does everything, including contact dunks. And with this build, you're no longer that 7'4" slow motion build, because we used to have that build, but now you can create your own shot. You're able to like catch it and drive, and then like I said, you can use the dunk meter with this build because you are getting an 87 driving dunk. Now the most important thing on your center builds, of course, is rebound. This build gets a 99 rebound, so even if you're out of place, you have legend rebound chaser to just horse anybody. But the reason why I think this build excels in rebounding is because of the vertical. Most center builds don't get a high vertical. This build has the potential to have an 88 vertical if you use your cap breakers right. So what you're gonna love the most about this center build today is the speed difference compared to other center builds. Most people make those very tall center builds 7'1", and they'll probably have like a 50 speed, 60 speed, but this build has a 76 speed, and on top of that, the steals is amazing because you can max +2 your interceptor and get Hall of Fame interceptor. And obviously we know defense create offense, and y'all know I'm not hopping on a court with a center build that can't green shot. So this build is lights out, even from the top of the key, even from the wing, and of course the corner. So we are going to get into more gameplay highlights of this build, but first I want to create the build. So as you guys can see, 6'11", 231, 7'5" wingspan. Now anybody watching this probably thinking, oh, I need a billion cap breakers. No, you don't. The only thing you're gonna need is at least probably 5 cap breakers so that you could get your rebound chaser to at least legend, you feel me? So we're gonna do a 94 D board, and then you're just gonna put 5 to that. But let's actually get into the build. And first, before we actually do our actual first upgrade, I gotta thank you guys. Because of you guys' support, PrizePicks decided to verify me on their app. So now, yes, you guys, if you already have an account or if you never created one before, you can actually follow me on PrizePicks now, and you will be able to see my picks for today. Now I've been going crazy because the NBA season has started, and I'm on a streak 3 days in a row. As you can see my winnings right here. You guys will be able to just copy my open lineups if you want to now, so I don't have to make a Discord. You can just follow me here and see everything I do on PrizePicks. So there will be a link in the description where you can just click it and follow me, or you can just go to your account page and then search up LaMonsta. You'll see the check. So I appreciate everybody watching this video. Go follow your boy. And if you are brand new, you can get $50 instantly if you play $5 and sign up by using my code LaMonsta. All the links will be in the description. Now let's get back into this build. All right, so let's get into the new best center build on the game. So we starting off with driving dunk, you feel me? We're going to stop it at an 85. Now understand, the way I place these attributes for you is so you can finesse your cap breakers later. So one finesse is your driving dunk. One cap breaker will give you 2 attribute caps, and that's going to allow you to get pro contact dunks on your 6'11" center build. So one cap breaker again going to get you to an 87. That's pro contacts. Then we're going to go with an 81 standing. Now of course you can change around whatever you guys personally want, but just know the cap breakers in the background may change. So another example and another finesse I found for you guys is stopping your 3-point rating at a 76. One cap breaker will say +4 to this, and then you'll have a max of an 80 3-point shot, which is good enough to green. You get enough badges and stuff like that. Now I will recommend picking the shooting build specialization for this build, because you're going to be able to max +2 your what is it called, set shot specialist and dead eye. You want to make sure those badges is up, because that's like pretty much the lowest thing on this build, is just having an 83 ball, but them badges make up for it like crazy. So build spec is going to be important for this build, but of course you can still use it without it. Now we're thinking about rec, we're thinking about prime. Like I said, this is more of a comp build. You could pretty much play everywhere with this build. Park, it don't matter. So we're gonna get ourselves an 86 free throw to guarantee that you're gonna green your free throw. Now pass accuracy for centers, yes, pass accuracy is important for centers. The lowest you want to go on a center build is 87 for break starter on gold. As you can see, if you go 86 is silver. You need break starter gold so that you can get rebounds and throw it down the court for just simply free points. Now later over time, if you want to have a 93 pass accuracy, which I would personally choose if you got that many cap breakers, if you don't, cool, you don't got to do it. you can get a 93 pass act, and then your brick starter will be Hall of Fame. So that's up to you. It just depends on what you guys want to do, how comp you want to be. A comp center will definitely go for the 93, but again, that's y'all choice. Now, you want to make sure you got enough interior so that you can change these rim runners dunk meters, bro. You want to try to get them small meters, so being 80 and above with your interior is perfect for that. Now we're going to stop at a 71 perimeter. As you can see, 71 perimeter at least at minimum gets us challenger. But what's dope is, let me see if I can find it. How do you change the view of the badges? Where do we see that at? It's not glossary. How do I do that? I forgot. Oh, there it is. All badges. Challenger is tier 2. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So you'll have a free max plus 2 to get your challenger gold. And having that out the corner is crazy. Y'all know pretty much people be greening a lot of shots, especially if I'm in a corner and I see a center on me that's 7'4", I know he don't got no perimeter. But this build gonna have gold challenger, so you won't be able to just get those free shots over this build. And then y'all know 6'11" is the best height in the game for contest at that. So that's another reason why I wanted to try this build height out. We went with steel. We maxed it out to a 76. Of course, all you need is just a 73 for interceptor. Now the finesse here, we're gonna use our very own max plus 2 on interceptor 100%. But of course, I'm gonna load up and show y'all how to actually choose your badges. But we're going to max plus 2 interceptor. That is like the most important thing, because if y'all don't know, in the past 2Ks, when you're this tall, you couldn't finesse interceptor like this. You couldn't get no Hall of Fame interceptor on no tall build. So that's what I really think make a 6'11" like super duper dope. People don't get that. Now, of course, we're going to stop at an 84 block. That's our paint patroller. You probably can upgrade that as well. You get a high fly denier. Now you need that vertical. Super important. And we're going to stop ourselves at an 86. Now, I got to show y'all more finesses. Now, strength, all you need is a 71. 72 does give you brick walls. So if you do want to set a screen, you can go 72, or you can add the cat breaker later. That's also your choice. Now, the most important thing I love, you got to max out your speed. Having a 67 agility and 76 speed makes this build crazy in my personal opinion. And then lastly, we're going to stop at a 90 O board, so you're able to still get offensive rebounds. But then we're going to stop at a 94 D board, because we're going to use 5 cat breakers here. So like I said, this pretty much the build. It's done. You don't need a lot of cat breakers, bro. The most you can use on this build, if you're watching this video, 7 cat breakers, bro. 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Oh, 5 here, my bad. That's going to be 7 cat breakers total. So you don't need 15 cat breakers like me to make this build crazy. But of course, if you had 15, it would really get spooky. So we're going to end it off with a 40 speed with ball, and the build is done. So let's see the build name you get. I ain't gonna lie, the build names to this one is actually super dope. We got Embiid. Look, all the GOATs popping up. Embiid, Jokic, and Jack Sigma. I only know Jack Sigma because of the triple threat part, bro. Like, he is too dangerous. Of course, Thunder my team, but I ain't know Jack Sigma was getting busy like that back in the day. But y'all see, snatching rim running dimer is the build name. All right, so I'm loaded up on the build in the city. This is my Pro-Am Teams account. So the name does change once you add cat breakers. It's called a snatching inside out dimer. It's your choice. You can switch from snatching inside out dimer or snatching rim running dimer. That's your choice. But this is how the build looks after cat breaker. This is what Sos chose to do. You guys can do the same, but I want to show you the finesses again, like how I told you how we built the build. Now I would recommend at least 7, because 1, you can go 87 driving dunk. That's your pro contact dunks. Like I said, look, you see +4 on the 3-pointer. Now you got an 83 ball. Then we're going to do 5 here, so you can have a 99 defensive rebound. Y'all know that's legend. Now, he chose to add 1 cat breaker here because he wanted brick wall. That's his choice. You guys don't have to do that. You can do it if you want. And then pass act, he decided to use his 5 extra to go to a 93 pass act. That's also you guys' choice, but it's not a necessity. So that's up to y'all. You can build it just like this. You can pretty much get what you want at this point. Now, one thing that Sos doesn't have on his build yet, on his account, is he's not done his shooting spec. So y'all know that's an extra 2 cat breakers, and that's extra badge perks. So he's already been playing on this build. We play all his comp, and he's shooting with only an 83 ball without finessing the shooting badges like you really can. So that proves he's already greening without finessing the shooting badges. So just imagine when he gets set shot specialist on Hall of Fame and then get dead eye on gold or something like that. Like, bruh, the build would be crazy, bro. All right, so when you do get your build specialization done, I would recommend putting it on your vertical and get an 88 vertical, because you already have the 3. It's pretty much no point of adding it to your midi. I don't think it's that deep. 83 ball is good enough. I would go vertical and just get more jumping out the gym animation, whether that's offensive and defensive. And just think in the future, when Sos get as much cap breakers as me, like, you could end up making this was 89, 91, 93. You can get a 93 driving dunk on this build later over time, or you can get it ASAP. You feel me? And you already gonna have the vertical. You can say forget pass act and just make your build a super duper dunker. That's up to y'all. Like I said, if you just play rec, it ain't that deep to get a 93 pass. I would tell y'all to go ahead and grab a dunk, you feel me, just to have a little more fun on the build. But last but not least, like I said, let me show y'all the max +2, how I would do it. Guaranteed right here, this is your setup. 100% max +2 interceptor, 100% max +2 challenger. That's how we gonna do it. And then when you unlock your build spec, you gonna put set shot specialist here, and then you're probably just gonna put dead eye right here on a max +1. What you get, dead eye? Silver? Yeah, so dead eye will be silver. So you can leave your set shot right there. So dead eye right here, set shot specials right there. Then it's just gonna be more openings just everywhere. So like, long as you get these two and these two, you can pretty much do whatever you want with the build after that. The last thing I'll show before I get into some highlights of the build is whatever Sos jump shot is. Jonathan Isaac, Michael Porter Jr., Whippaluba. And it's perfect because he only has an 83 ball, and you can actually create this jump shot. All right, so as promised, at the end of the gameplay, let's look at some highlights. So I just decided to save a bunch of clips of what the build is capable of while we're literally just playing Pro-Am and just running into all these different teams. So right here, we got a little back down situation. Like, why would you put a little guard on my center right there, bro? That's a free bucket, easy 3 right there. Let's see what he's doing on this play. I'm running around, I'm going into the paint. I pass top of the key, B shoots, but we get an O board, bro. Vertical is ridiculous on this game. I'm telling you, y'all gotta try out vertical on just any build, period. It always been like that. Hold up. Ugh. Nice little dunk meter right there. That's the 87. Now, this game right here was an actual comp game, and this point guard got graded out by a 6'11" pressing square. Y'all seen that was only a 76 steal, and then he ended off with the self-lob. Now, this is what really made me upload it. Once I saw this lane, like, you're able to do that just because your interceptor is Hall of Fame, bro. And then, of course, that's going to create a 3 green. Like, that's pretty. We RIP'd that team right there. Let's see. Seconds ticking out. Bad shot. Well, last second shot, not a bad shot, but my boy Sos get the rebound, and look, we get another 3. The build is a savior. Ugh. A little boy. Straight little contact. You feel me? Hold on. Okay. He missed. Another rebound. Don't tell me he going to meter dunk. See, you get to do that standing dunk meter along with your driving dunks. Like, people don't understand how tough that is, bro. Another rebound, dog. What are you gonna do with it? He better not meter dunk that. Oh, all right, bet. I was about to say, if he meter dunk that, I might end the video off of no more highlights, bro. Hold on. Nice little slip. He greened that? Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, we done. That's it. Ain't no way he just greened that one, bro.